What are your thoughts of the last several weeks of volatility in the equity markets, and in particular, a little less than a week ago, the huge drop in interest rates that had such a quick U-turn back up to the upside?
Well, I think the markets are slowly coming to grips with reality that the exit from QE is not going to be as easy as everybody thought. You know, I heard Dallas Fed Chairman Richard Fisher on CNBC earlier this morning calling for QE to end on schedule. But what Dick Fisher doesn't understand is that you cannot end quantitative easing without plunging the U.S. economy into a severe recession. It's because of the monetary policy of the Federal Reserve that the U.S. economy is more screwed up now than it's ever been in history, and we cannot unravel all of these economic imbalances without a severe recession.
Yeah, and let me stop you there. I'm not saying I disagree. Now, there are exit issues, but for a moment, let's just come to the conclusion that the messy exit is a given. Now let's look at what we have left. What do you think the state of the economy is right now, void of that particular dynamic?
Well, I think the economy is a disaster. And that's why I don't think the Fed is going to exit. Unfortunately, they got QE4 queued up and ready to launch right now. They're going to do more quantitative easing, not because it's worked, but because it's been an abysmal failure. But because they can't admit it's been a failure, they're going to do it all over again.
Now, you know, when I see certain areas of the marketplace, the economic marketplace, there definitely has been improvement over the last several years. One of the main issues is sustainability. And even though on the job scene we could definitely have serious debate about part-time, full-time, good jobs, not so good jobs, and 92.5 million that are not able to work but, gone from the labor force. But there has been improvement, Peter. Where do you think the next ding to that is going to be? Not exit necessarily, but do you think China, Europe in particular, are going to continue to give us a headwind as to affecting our growth negatively?
Yeah, well, Rick, you have to remember, whatever improvements we think we see are a direct consequence of the QE. So when you take away the cheap money, those improvements are going to evaporate, and we're going to find ourselves in a deeper hole than when the Fed first started digging. All the things that we really needed to do have not been done because QE has prevented real structural reform from taking place. So instead of building a foundation upon which a real recovery can emerge, all we did is reflate a bubble that's about to pop. That is the problem. Those are the dots that nobody seems to be able to connect.